I would like to welcome all of you who've joined us, and I would like to thank you for giving up your time to share with us and to come as members of a loving family as we embrace the Supreme. Let us just listen to the beautiful words of this song. May it be. May it be. May you feel the love and the peace of the company of heaven surround you as a beloved child of God. Just be yourself, be still, and embrace all that you can possibly be. For the Father, Mother God sees only beauty in you. So may it be, let it be. Be still in the presence of God, and let your heart resonate with the heart of the cosmic Christ. Just relax and give yourself permission to be still in the presence of God, in the presence of love. And as we gather here, we are each crossing different time zones. But they are not a distraction. For the attraction is the love that we have each within our being. And that love is a thirst. It's a hunger. It's from our very soul. And it's seeking a divine connection with the Supreme. That divine oneness is already within us. It is part of the I Am Presence who lives within our soul. So let us come now. Let us embrace who we truly are. A child of the Supreme. A child of God. A child who is loved. Who is accepted, a child who is invited each second of every minute, of every hour, of every day, of every week, month and year, to surrender to that love. And it's only when we surrender completely, totally. And in that surrender we share with God our worries, our fears, our prayers, our disappointments, our frustrations, and sometimes our inability to cope with ourselves, with others, and maybe even with God. We are given the assurance that the moment we surrender to God, the moment we bless our disabilities, our vulnerabilities, in that split finite second, something happens. A miracle takes place, because what was negative and destructive and fear-based is released from our being once we bless it and release it to God. And that is the promise that comes for those of us in the community who have taken the vow of providence. Because the vow is a double-edged sword. We live in the world, yes, but we are not of the world. We are passing through. But so many in service to God, monks, nuns, rabbis, imams, ministers of all faiths, they soon get pulled away from their inner sanctum, where the mind draws energy from their soul, from their heart, leaving them wounded, fractured, displaced, dysfunctional. And the problems of their daily living, their problems relating to health issues and maybe financial, soon sap the very essence of God's love and providence from one's being. But on a plus side, the moment we make that vow, the moment we surrender totally with our heart, in that split second, the Father, Mother, God anoints us and assures us that they will provide for our every need, and the fear of and the want for disappears completely. And that is the gift that God gives to every heart who surrenders to the spirit of providence, detachment from materialism. Not an easy one in this busy, fabulous world, where many, their lives are governed by fear, by materialism. The pull is so intense. But to create that sense of equilibrium, balance is so essential. For it's having balance that creates harmony. And harmony with balance facilitates the divine connection between our heart, through our soul, to God. Try it and see. I want you now to feel the love of the Supreme coming around you. And I would like to invite you now to join me in lighting a candle of hope. Hope for the children of God. Hope for our brothers and sisters. Hope where many are living without hope. Where fear takes control of many of the children of God, leaving them fractured and wounded, and sadly unable to pray. So we light this light in recognition that you and I were called by name as a child of the Beloved. And we are not asked to become overtly religious. All that God asks of us is that we continue to live a simple life, devoid of chaos, where we embrace the simplicity of Francis, where we find our God in the natural world, the cathedral of God. And we are never alone in this cathedral, for the animal kingdom become our best friends. In truth, they are the bestest friends God could give us, for they do not reject us. They do not annihilate us. And they most definitely do not walk away from us. They bring the love, the peace, and the compassion of God. For they are great teachers. They're angelic beings in disguise. And often, I believe is true, they are real human beings who've incarnated in the form of an animal to complete their karmic cycle. And if we do not learn our lessons in this incarnation, lessons that you and I agreed to before we were born, then we will return. But those of us who have surrendered our heart completely and who walk in simple faith, in the knowledge that their every need and prayer is heard, and that there is no fear, only love. And it's about trust. It's about trust. Who do we trust? Do we trust our mind with its many voices seeking to overthrow our soul, our spirit, the supreme within us? Or do we trust our heart and listen to it, really listen to it? Be still now and find who you truly are. Find the beautiful soul that you are. You are a beloved. You are a child of the light. And it doesn't take rocket science to fathom that truth, for you are a beloved. And Gaia loves you, and Gaia calls you to work with her, to empower others, embrace the supreme in nature. Everything that lives, that moves and breathes is a gift of God. It has within its core essence and DNA the Spirit of God. And yet, look how mankind treats the earth and the animal kingdom. But you and I are different. We are in the world. We are not of it. We are passing through. And wherever we go, we are guided to leave a blessing. As you are this evening or this morning, by allowing me into your space, by allowing me embrace your heart, and together we allow the cosmic Christ touch us, empower us to self-heal and be free. And though many are called to this banquet to be healed by God, only a few choose to stay. Only a few. So let us celebrate, my dear friends. Let us celebrate our divinity as beings of spiritual love. And let us be mindful that as we sit in the comfort of our oasis, our little monastery without walls, in our different parts of the world, please let us remember our brothers and sisters of different beliefs and faiths and cultures are hurting, dying of poverty and disease through man's willful neglect, where religious leaders shackle the children of God and enslave them to guilt and to fear. This is not God. Where the divine feminine has been sacrificed on the altars of male ego, leaving the child of God vulnerable and in a place of imbalance. Let us open our heart and let us call now on the company of heaven, the great masters, the angelic realm, the nature spirits. Let us come as a worthy beneficiary of that love, for there is no greater love than to be in love with the beloved. And I call that beloved my first love, the Christ. And I'm not here to preach at you. I'm not here to peddle religion, for that is prohibited by the vision from Jesus and Francis. The vision is very simple, to reach out to all faiths and none and bring them the essence of Franciscan hospitality. That is a hug, a cup of tea, a shoulder to lean on, and a blessing. That really is the ministry of our monastics. We are here to embrace the divine in every child of God, especially in those who dislike us, especially in those who reject us, and more so in those who despise us. And as Jesus said, greater love than this has no man or woman, than he lays down his life for his friends. And he calls you and me their friend. Let us sit with that now. Let us be silent in the stillness of divine oneness, and let there be no fear, only blessing. And using our gift of free will, let us call on the cosmic Christ to come and speak with us. And with every in-breath that you breathe, feel his love come into your heart and remove the nonsense and the baggage, the agendas to control. Allow his love empower you right now. Take back your power and self-heal. Self-heal. Be still. And just imagine the Christ with the beloved Magdalena and Gaia and Mother Mary, and your spiritual masters sat with you. And they're not here lecturing you. They're here to support you and lift you up when you're down, to raise you up when you're discouraged, and to touch you at soul level, to release, to reclaim, and to embrace all that there is. Look into the eyes of the beloved. Look into the eyes of the Christ of Magdalena. You will not see rejection there. You will see delight, happiness, joy, that the ones who were lost in self, in ego, have surrendered to love. And as you breathe in that love. Let it ignite your heart to sing a song of love. And in your out-breaths, release love, light and blessing to one another and to the world. You are a child of God. Say it to yourself. I am a child of God. I am whole. I am perfection. I am complete. And now let us listen to the Master. Let the Master speak to us his word. They're not my words. They're the Master's words. And he has something to share with you. And he shares this. Here again in my company. For as we meet as old friends in joy, at seeing one another, here again to accept truths and knowledge from higher realms. For in these times you will record that which must be made clear. For there are many who will come and speak words of wisdom, many who will come and talk with authority. For although much of what is imparted has a ring of truth, it is the integrity and the sincerity of the participants that is held accountable. For who are they except they come in my name? Who are they that they give information and not speak with love? Know that each and every one is responsible for themselves. The path of learning set down before time, but it is the one who knows and then is of service in love. That one shall be at my side. The Master is saying, when you demonstrate his love in what you do to another, you are most definitely at his side. And it is not those who say, Lord, Lord, who will enter the kingdom of love. It will be they, you and me, who soldier on through thick and thin, through disappointment and failure, through sadness and tears, but whose heart is committed, whose love is unquestionable, and whose trust is in the cosmic Christ. We shall inherit the kingdom of God. For we walk the talk, rather than as many do today, talk the walk. Let him touch you now. Let the cosmic Christ anoint you with peace, with love, with joy. For he is our love. He is our joy. because He is the way, He is the truth, and He is our life. Just be still now. Just be still, my dear friends, and just sense the peace of God. Sense it, taste it, embrace it. Embrace it. And embrace all that you are as a child of love. A child of love. And He raises us up. When we have hit rock bottom, it's then that He raises us up. And I would like to conclude our soiree at God's spiritual internet cafe, where we shall embrace the elixir of life. And I dedicate this closing song to all of you.
When I am down and all my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am strong and wait here in the sadness until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I could stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. To more than I can be.